What up, folks? I'm Ultrazilla, and this is my review of the Dragon Ball Evolve Broly. Alright, my zillions. We have another Dragon Ball figure here up at Ultrazilla Toys. And it's the new Dragon Ball Evolve line Broly from Bandai America. This is a brand new line of smaller figures. This guy stands at about 5 inches tall, so I guess the line in total maybe is about 4.5 inches to 5 inches. I don't know exactly how the rest measure out. This is the only one I saw, I believe. Yeah, it was at a local comic shop. So I picked it up. I don't know if they're exclusive anywhere. It might be exclusive to Walmart. And you know how those go, you know, sometimes comic shops are able to get stock of stuff like that as well. But I actually don't know for sure, so don't quote me on that. If you guys have seen these guys elsewhere, let me know where. But I do know they have been found at Walmart thus far, and again, I just found it at my comic shop. So I picked it up instantly because I do like Broly a lot, and I picked up a few Broly figures in the past year, so this was definitely one I wanted to take a look at, and I'm always interested in checking out a new domestic line. That's something that I have a little affinity for, is checking out new lines here in the US. I think it's always fun to find new figures and, you know, give them a whirl here at Ultrazilla and see what you guys think of it. So anyway, that's it for that. Let's get into the review and see what we think. Taking a look at the articulation on this guy, it's pretty surprising. Head is on a little kind of ball joint-ish type of deal. Moves around. That's not the only place it pops out. Just to get that out there. At the waist, there's some pop and outage, like right there, as you see, because it's these like small kind of joints. I can deal with it with a figure like this size, but it's got really good articulation otherwise. You have a mid joint here, which also probably is that same type of joint. It actually feels really good. And then you have a double ball joint here, barbell joint in the shoulder. You got a really good range of motion, and it acts like a default butterfly joint the way they designed it, because the way it's cut inside, yeah, it looks a little ugly when you open it that way, but because you're able to go across the chest, I think that's pretty awesome. It's only a single jointed elbow, but as you can see, it's kind of deep, so that's pretty good. And you also have also a joint here at the bicep. You have a hinge swivel at the wrists. Then this obviously turns, so, and you can move it back and forth, so that's pretty good. Splits, pretty good. Everything comes out. That's what I was talking about before. I'm just gonna put this down just so we see it. Kicks that way, goes back a little bit. You got the thigh rotation, which is good. It actually works really good. Single jointed knee as well, but again, I mean, it's pretty much working like a double joint there. You do have an amazing, amazing rocker. I really like the way they did this. It's pretty good. And then you have a hinge in there, which rotates as well. So while it seems like, you know, it's not all the proper great joints, and if you want to see how this works, it has little tabs in there. And you put that little hip skirt here, and then pop that back in. It's actually really good, and the joint work actually does feel very nicely done. So I really do dig the way it all the articulation works. It feels even better than the amount of articulation, like points that it actually is. It feels really, really good, guys. I'm not kidding about that. It's really awesome. So speaking of awesome, how does this guy look? I think it looks awesome. I really do. It's very nicely done. The head sculpt is fantastic. The eyes look good. Everything is painted well. The scar is really nice. Let's zoom in. Looking good. The mouth looks good. The nose is sculpted well. The hair is sculpted really well. And that is an amazing, amazing metallic green, and it's a lighter shade for the eyebrows, and that looks fantastic. I love it. What a nice green. This is definitely the first figure of this Broly to have that, and that's cool, that I have at least. Then you got the musculature on the body, looks fantastic. You do have all the scarring. There is no paint besides the, you know, the plastic color here, the peach color. But all the sculpt work is there, like I said, you know, scarring's all there, and the musculature looks fantastic. The gauntlets are painted fine. The fists look cool. The hip skirt, like I was saying, looks very nice. The, whatever this is, fur, grass, I don't know, fur, green fur. It looks pretty good. I like the gray on the you know, flap there. That's pretty good. Lots of nice folds and wrinkles in it. So it looks very nice. The legs look really good. Nice purple. Good musculature. Paint on the boots look fine. And then you got some paint at the very bottom, and the sculpt is really good. So it's not like a ton of paint, but you know, you're not really expecting it for a figure like this, I don't think. And overall, sculpt work is fantastic, and I think this is a really good small size Broly. For your size comparisons, here is the newly arrived SHF. Oh, not like it's a new figure because it's been out for a few months. But for me, it's brand new. I got the new SHF full-powered Broly here just now, so very good to be able to show you the size. So you can see, this is like a baby Broly in comparison to the SHF, but very happy to have it here to be able to compare for you guys. I will be reviewing it at some point, so be on the lookout for that. But the real comparison here would be with the Dragon Stars Broly, because it's from the same company, Bandai America. So if you want to just check them out, I like the little guy better. I do. I think the muscles look more defined. Sure, you get the paint on this one for the scarring, but the muscles are better defined here. And I think overall the paint is, you know, it looks pretty good. So the one thing that's, you know, really for sure better is the head sculpt. I love the screaming as compared to this head, and this head's fine for what it is, you know, it's just the normal Broly, but I love the screaming head. I think it's, you know, more action-packed, and I love the hair color more. I just like the colors on the face more on this little one. And the articulation, look, you can see right away, like, chest articulation's better. This guy does have double-jointed elbows and knees, but otherwise, like, this guy just feels, like I said, you know, the articulation, you know, number-wise is not as much, but feel-wise, I feel like the little guy here moves a lot better than Dragon Stars one. So if you have any smaller figures, you know, that you want to put this guy in, maybe some Star Wars figures, whatever, you know, like any 3 3/4 inch figures. This guy's a little bit bigger, but, you know, he will size very well with all that stuff. So I do like this little Broly a lot compared to Dragon Stars. Just to give you a few other size comparisons, here is with the Venomates Mechagodzilla, the Good Smile Company DX Gridman, the Batman vs. TMNT Robin, the Lightning Collection Pink Ranger, the Black Series Carbonized Sith Trooper, a 3 3/4 inch figure in Snake Eyes, and Alfred Pennyworth. And my final thoughts, I really like this figure. My only problem with it is, you know, a couple of pieces pop off, like in the midsection, and the head pops off a little bit. But, you know, just when you're messing around with it, you know, it's fine. It's not the biggest of deals. Otherwise, I think this figure is really nice for a small size figure. So, if you wanted to start a new Dragon Ball line and don't mind the size, and actually, you know, there's a lot of people that like the smaller size figures better, I think this is one to get. The articulation's actually, in my opinion, more fluid and better than their Dragon Stars line. So I'd like to see, and I messaged Bandai America about this already, I'd like to see the Dragon Stars line be more like this Dragon Ball Evolve line. So yeah, I like this figure. I think it's very cool. I don't think I'm getting more of these, honestly. I could be wrong if I see them and I think they look cool. Maybe. But I really wanted this one, and I'm glad to have found it. So, and, you know, I'm glad to have featured it here on the channel for you guys. So you guys let me know what you think of this figure down below. If you could please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Buy me a coffee on Coffee if you dig what I do. And guys, this is pretty cheap. I got this for $12.99 at the comic shop, so I think it's much cheaper. I don't know about much cheaper, but I think it's cheaper at Walmart too. Become a Zillion today. Till next time, peace out, peeps.